okay? The back line for a demand zone, okay?
Okay.
Getting that?
Yep, I got that. Okay. So now I think we spoke about this before.
Mm-hmm.
How do you determine the 3-to-1? And I have one question after that.
Sure. Okay, to determine the 3-to-1, let me grab a stock. Just because I think the math will be a little bit
And I
easier.
remember talking about the twos on the left side.
Hold on one second. Let's grab see if we find a zone here we can use. Okay. Oh, I can see your handsome face, and we
There
use the
you
same
go.
barber. Okay, so if you're paying attention, right, which I know you are, let's say I found that this is an okay zone right here on Apple. Okay, let's change this to yellow. Let me build it out, and then we'll talk about the 3-to-1 mark. Okay, so we have this drop, a base, and a rally.
Yes.
Let's put some lines on here. And we're not going to talk about the quality of the trade. Let's just pretend it's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to isolate just that. Okay. So as I said, right, drop. This is the base, so this is your demand zone. Okay.
Yes.
We got the rally. You can see that strong green candle, the
Yes.
gap, and then another green candle, right? So we've got that purpose here. So what in trading view, it's already built in the measuring stick right over here, which they call a projection tool. Okay, and I think you've seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you go to the projection when it's a demand zone, click long position, right? And then what you're going to do is tap the first line, right? And that'll give you your entry. So then only thing that, well, you have two extra things, right? The next step, I should say, is pull the stop to the back line for
Okay.
now. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you got it. Now you got your entry,
Okay.
your exit. And now this is telling me 6.5, 6.5 to 1. Okay, I hope we get it. I hope I get it, right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
let's just pretend you're not going to get that. In 1 out of 5, 10 trades, you might get a 6-to-1. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So drag it down to 3-to-1. There's a more scientific way to do this, but for your purposes for today, just drag it until it's 3-to-1. And when it says, there you go, it's exactly 3-to-1 now. So the
Okay.
top of this green line here, so if I just put or the top of the green box there, right? If I just do it here, right, that red line, let me change it the color so we can start building this out. Let's change it to like a blue. All right, let's do green. Let's do red for the stop. Okay, so now let me type this up. So the green line is limit entry. Okay, hold on one second. Let me put this fully here. Limit entry.
Okay.
Red line. And then we'll put the blue line. Take profit. 3, 1. Yeah. Okay. So now we're getting pretty close to this, okay, Doug?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
if we fall a little bit more, that'd be our limit. No, this is obviously Apple. We would do this differently, but let's just pretend we have tons of money. We got a couple $1,000,000. We're a hedge fund, right? And we're going to do a limit entry at 216.69. Okay, that'll be our entry point. Okay, and I'll take a screenshot and I'll send this to you. But
Okay. Thank
the
you.
entry point will be 216.69. Okay, so that's our limit entry, the front of our demand zone. We're in the trade then. Okay, the protective stop is going to be at 213.86. That's the stop loss where we've lost control of the trade. We're out.
Okay.
We've lost three. Let's just round up and say $3. So on 100 shares, you lost $300. You're out of the trade. You're at a loss now. Your money's
Okay.
back in the account. Okay. Now let's do the opposite, the good stuff. Okay, where price comes in, right? It does this, right? We're in the trade. It hits that limit entry at 216.69, but the good stuff happens, and it goes up to this 3-to-1 mark.
Okay.
Okay. Now that 3-to-1 mark will also be a limit order. It hits that, you're out of the trade, and you've made $800. Okay, a little bit more, right? Whatever. And then you're out of the trade at that point too. Making sense?
It's making perfect sense, but I've got one
Oh, good.
question after that. Okay.
That's fine.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
hit me.
I'm good there, and that will show in my charts. Okay. But this is my final question, guys. I didn't mean to take up so much time. Okay.
No. Please,
Um,
I told you could have it.
okay, thank you.
Plus, Doug, I can guarantee you, you're just the one that's courageous enough to actually ask these questions. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that there are other people that have these
Yeah.
questions. They're just not asking. No, I mean, so it's all cool.
Okay. All right. That feels pretty good. Okay. All right. So now, and Ryan, we spoke about this. We spoke about this earlier. The paper trade.
Mhm.
Okay. You showed me how to get into the paper trade, and